Hello, everyone. Good morning. If you can hear me, please let me know. You can drop your comments on the YouTube comment section there. All right. Assume you all can hear me. So okay, all right, that's good. Thanks. So let's get started. But before we do, you guys are over 2,000, and on the call, I'm seeing 111 people watching this. I would appreciate it if you all, the whole 111 people, go on to Slack and remind your colleagues that the session has started. And trust me, you know my session is always fun and it's always interactive. So I don't want to be the one talking. You guys have lots of questions. I've gotten them. So I want it to be a very interactive session and something that you guys would really enjoy. I don't really want to bore you guys. So kindly go to Slack and tell your colleagues that the live session has started and they should come, and all their questions obviously is going to be answered. So, all right, I'm going to give you guys just 5 minutes to do that, and we'll be back here by 5 minutes. I don't want anybody to leave. I'm seeing the number of people watching, so I don't want it to decrease. Somebody said they can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? All right. I'm sorry for those people that can't hear me. Maybe you would want to close up the app and come back again. So guys, it's remaining 4 minutes. So let's go and get other people, please. I'll be waiting. All right, while we are going to get other people, kindly use, if you go to the channel, you'll see a form that I posted. Kindly use the form to drop your questions, because it's that form I'll be using to answer all the questions. Do you understand? So kindly use the form, fill in the form, ask your questions. I'll get the response from my end, and I'm going to treat everything. So please kindly use the form, because if I'm going through the YouTube chats and I'm also going through the form, things are going to be confusing, and I would find myself answering questions multiple times. So please, guys, try and use the form to fill your questions in, and I'll get it from my end. We have 3 minutes more to go. Kindly bring in your people. One minute more to go. Barakat, you're asking for the form. So if you go to the channel, you see a form there. Go through the pin messages, the last pin messages. You see I dropped a form. Just fill the form and ask your questions there. Drop your questions there, and I'll take it from there. We have 1 minute more to go. Kindly inform your colleagues that the meeting has started. And thank you guys. The number is increasing. So thanks. All right, so let's get started. From the screen, you see that my name is Uduak and I'm one of your design mentors. And for today, I'll be going through week 3 resources and tags, basically summarizing everything. Before, oh geez, people are still saying they can't hear me. Gina, are you the only one that can't hear me? Okay, I think other people can hear me, Gina. I don't know what's wrong. Yes, this is design. This is design live session, and we are just starting now. Sorry, can anybody? Okay, all right, good. They can hear me. So let's get started. We are going to treat week 3 questions. You know the drill. We know how we do. Everything we are going to do here is just going to be on week 3. We won't go forward to week 4. We won't go forward to week 5 and all of that. Why? Is because we don't, want to carry everybody along. Do you understand? I know some of you are like, yeah, smart enough to go check out your week 4 and your week 5 tags and all of that. And you might have some questions. Do you understand? So just so we carry everybody together, do you understand? So we would want to go through week 3 first. So next week, when is week 4, we'll go through week 4 tags, any questions related to week 4 and all of that, we'll be going through it. But today and this week is for week 3. So before I start fully, I would like to know if you guys have gone through the resources. Gone through your week 3 resources. If you have, please let me know. You've seen your tags, you've gone through your resources. Let me know what you think about it. Have you gone through your week 3 resources? When I mean gone through, I don't mean like you just go to your LMS, you click on week 3 and you just go out. Do you understand? Have you, checked those links? If not all, like some of them. Sandra, what are you waiting for? Skills up, what are you waiting for? Man. Okay, some people have, but what have you not then? If you've not gone through it, that means you don't have questions. Okay. Somebody said it's the exact thing. 9. Okay. It's actually not choked up. Do you understand? Don't worry, I'll break everything here for you guys. So for those that have gone through it, let's get started. What do you think is style guide? Because what's your week 3 tags and resources all about is style guide, creating a style guide and all of that. So what do you think is a style guide? Before you answer, you can see the answer on my screen, do you understand? But I don't want you guys to give me the exact same thing that is on my screen. I want you guys to be creative enough and come up with your own. What do you understand by style guide? What do you understand by style guide? Drop your answers. I'll be reading them here. I mean, I need to get your answers though. If you don't tell me what a style guide is, I won't tell you what I think. Do you understand? I won't give you clear explanations. I need to know what you think of the style guide. Then I'll know I'll know how to help you, do you understand, define it better and help you understand better. But I need to know what you understand by a style guide. So yeah, I get your answers really. I mean, you guys are coming up with nice answers. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Somebody said a style guide is like a portfolio that shows all the elements that will be used for a particular design project. Nice. Somebody said a style guide is like a template to make your design work convenient and consistent. That's nice. Somebody said it helps ensure uniformity. That's nice. Okay. Is a guide, is a template that helps a product designer to build a brand. That's nice. I'm sure you guys, from you guys' explanation, I know you guys really understand this. So you all are correct. Do you understand? Based on the responses you are giving or what style guide is, you guys are correct. So now looking for my screen, you would see that I wrote down that a style guide is a document that provides guidelines for the way your brand should be presented from both a design and language perspective. Do you understand? Just like what you guys are saying, it's more of a guide, something to guide you. Do you understand? In your design, in your UI, basically. In as much as there might be lots of designers working on a project, if there is no style guide, people will be doing different things because we are different people. We have different, we have different approaches to things. When we are designing something, let me say I want to design Zoom, for example. Let me pick one name. I call on James. James, come and design Zoom with me. The way James will do the nav bar is going to be different or might be different from the way I do the nav bar. Do you understand? That's why we need a guide to just for consistency. Do you understand? To make sure everything is consistent across, product and whatever we are designing. That's basically what a style guide is. Let's just go to the importance. So I'm going to inform your words of why style guide is really important and why you should have it. Trust me, it's not good for you to start designing without a style guide. For bigger companies, they have what they call design system, and design system is more broader than what style guide is all about. Style guide just contains very few things of what design system is actually about. Do you understand? Like I said, you going into a design, you starting up a design without a style guide is going to be chaos. It's not going to be good. You might want to try it. Let's say I call one of you here, or a client, let me not say me, a client meets one of you here, or say, okay, I have this Web3 project. Oh, I want you to design something like WhatsApp, a social media like WhatsApp. Do you understand? After going through your prices and all of that, you start the project. Now, how would you just start designing like that without something to guide you? Do you understand? And if there's nothing to guide you, if you don't have your style guide in place, you would see that there's no uniformity. What you are doing on this card might be different from what you are doing here. The way your typography is here on the home screen might be different from what your typography is on your settings page. Do you understand? Just for uniformity. So when you want to design, please please and please always make sure you have your style guide in place, just so it could guide you and just so you'll be faster. Because without style guide, you're going to be basically designing things from scratch. For every screen, you'll be designing things from scratch. Something that should take you 1 month to finish without a style guide, imagine it's going to like take you forever to finish. And imagine if you've told your client, okay, this project is going to take me 1 month. What do you think about it? Your client agrees with you. And 1 month, your client is not seeing anything. Do you understand? I'm sure you know what's going to happen. Your money is going to be gone and stuff like that. It's not going to tell good of you. I mean, your client is going to feel like you don't really know what you're doing. Do you understand? So that's basically what style guide is. So now let's get to the importance of style guide. I have my own here, but I want you guys to tell me how consistency plays in style guide. From what you see on my screen, you see that it allows brands to differentiate their products. That's brand recognition. Looking at WhatsApp, you already know how WhatsApp is. Do you understand? If you see an advert on the road, maybe on a billboard or something, and it's WhatsApp, even without putting the name there, or with the logo itself, just with the logo itself, you do know that that's WhatsApp. Do you understand why? Because they've maintained that consistency across their products. Do you understand? You will not see green in one page and go to see purple in another page. The way a missed call, like when somebody calls you on WhatsApp, the way it will appear today is going to be the same way it will appear tomorrow. Or the way you have your status on your phone, on an iOS phone today, is the same way your colleague will have their status page on their iOS in London, just for consistency. Do you understand? Because once they start changing things in the website, you are seeing A in page 1, you are seeing B in page 2. Your friend that is in USA is seeing B in page 1 and it's seeing Z in page 2. I mean, you're going to be even asking that, are you sure this is WhatsApp? Because it's different from the WhatsApp I know and stuff like that. And it's not going to, I mean, that trust of a brand is not going to be there anymore. Do you understand? So that's what I say consistency is. So let me hear from you guys. How does consistency play in style guide? The importance of style guide. Let me hear from you guys. Do you agree with me that consistency is number one key thing in a style guide? Hello. I'll be waiting for you guys' responses. Okay. Somebody said yes. All right, good. So I'm going to go through the next importance of a style guide. I mean, I'm just going to do 3, but I'm going to the second one, and I need you guys to, this time around, you're going to explain it for me. I won't be explaining it to you guys. So let me know if you understand it. So let's go to the next one. So the next one is saving time. How do you have a style guide help you save time when you are designing? So I need you guys to answer that, please. Me having a style guide, how will it help me save time? Okay, I'll be getting your responses. Like I said, the question is, how does saving time has to do with having a style guide? What's the importance? Like, can you explain that? Okay, somebody said it saves time and make work faster. Okay. Somebody said it's like having your personalized templates. Okay, somebody said it helps you build from a foundation rather than building from scratch. Okay, so that means if I already have my design elements down, instead of me, let's take WhatsApp as an example, as a case study. Instead of me doing the status page, do you understand? You know, all of them are like components and all of that. They just duplicated all of them there. So instead of me designing one status from scratch, at least when I have that card down in my component, I'll just be able to like drag and drop it. Basically, that's what it is. Do you understand? And just align it well on your board. Okay. Somebody said it saves time because you are going to be fast in design, unlike when you have to be searching for colors and for colors all the time, or typography and all of that. That's nice. Okay. I'm sure you all understand now. So I guess we are in sync. Style guides includes all design elements that are ready for use. Do you understand? Like what somebody said, or like what you all are saying, when you have your elements down, you are basically just going to be taking them from there and using it in your design. Those elements are not just used in one page. They are saved down because they are going to be used across different pages, just like your typography. When you save your typography, you don't just use it on your status page. You don't just use it on maybe the call screen. You use it across all the designs. Do you understand? Obviously, you're going to save different type of typography. Do you understand? You have your H1, you have your H2, you have your paragraph, you have your caption and all of that. So for any page that needs H1, you take your H1. For any page that needs caption, you take your caption text and all of that. You see, it saves time. Instead of you to just, you see place that it's caption, you have to impute it from the beginning again. Impute the size, check for fonts, check for line height and all of that. Then you go to another page where there's caption, you'll be imputing everything from scratch. It's going to take so much time. Now you understand what, how having style guide helps you save time. So let's go to the third one. Okay, the third one is boost performance. So I want you guys to tell me what you think about this. How does having a style guide help you boost performance? I need to know what you think. How does having a style guide help you boost your performance? Okay. Somebody said it helps design delivery on mandates. Somebody said it boosts performance because it makes your work consistent. Somebody said you work faster and more productive. Those all are nice. Okay, somebody said it takes less time to work on projects when you have pre-built components. Okay. Somebody said it boosts performance because you'll be able to work effectively. You all are correct. So from my screen, it says it gives designers enough time to spend on thinking through the product logic, the flow, the user experience components of a great product design. So what this basically means is that if you have a style guide down, instead of you to start thinking of, let me do this typography, let me change this icon, I need to do this, I need to change the color of this card, I need to pick another color, I need to do that. Those have been sorted out. What you have to do, you have more time to think about the experience. Think about, okay, I already have my style guide done. How do I use it how do I apply it to my work? Where do I put this card? Is this card okay? Yeah. Don't I need to design on that variant of this card and all of that? Do you understand? So that's how it boosts performance. Instead of you to design from scratch, you already have your things done and to give you enough time to do other things. Do you understand? Because imagine when you don't have your style guide down and you still have to worry about how to, in what way they should be placed. Because trust me, Style guide is one. I mean, you structuring, you structuring it is another one. Do you understand? Now, this is what I'm talking about. You can see this place, right? You can see this place. This is the top nav. Do you understand? Of this Figma. Imagine when you've already done the top nav of Figma already. You've designed it out, though, but trust me, you have to start thinking of where to put it that's going to be easy for your users to be able to reach out to. Do you understand? So imagine if you don't have your style guide, you've not done this one already. You have to start thinking of a way to do it. That's one work. You have to now start thinking of, okay, is this going to fit into here? Should I put it at the middle or should I put it at the bottom? Will it be better at the left? Will it be better at the right? Do you understand? Like, you're going to have a lot of things to do. But imagine if you've done one, it's just going to be left for you to start thinking of, okay, so it's going to be at the top or it's going to be at the bottom and all of that. Just lesser work for you. That's basically what boosting performance is talking about here. Is that clear? Should we go on? Or do you have any question that have to do with importance of style guide and why you really need a style guide? All right, I guess that is clear. So let's go on to the next. So the next is about how to go about your tax. All right. Somebody said that as the most finished. So the next about to go about your tax. I'll be going through the question in the form to like answer. Ooh, you guys have a lot. To answer everything. So where's my question about your tax? Sorry. All right. What is it? Okay. Question one. Somebody said, okay, for all those people asking why their tax has not been graded and all, do you get? You guys are over 2,000 people, over 2,000 submissions for mentors for each week. We are in the third week now. Do you know how many submissions we've gotten so far? Trust me, I mean, somebody or some people here can testify to the fact that maybe they checked a tax yesterday, it has not been graded, and they checked today, it has been graded. Do you understand? We grade tax. It might not be your turn now, maybe because you submitted late. Or I know some people will be like, yeah, I submitted early and they've not graded and all that. I mean, you're not the only one that submitted early, you get. You guys are a lot. So we are still working on it. Do you understand? Trust me, your tax will be graded. So that's one. So let me start getting onto the question. Okay, somebody was asking what style guide really is. Can we pick any color? Okay. So this is it now. You can't just pick any color for any project. Do you understand? You have to go read more about colors and how color works. So let's do this. Sorry. Let's do this. Let's do color system. I want to show you guys something. Sorry. You see that colors have different meanings. That's why you see that sorry, let me see, it's not here. Sorry, colors and their meaning. Okay, color theory, sorry, I said color system. So you'd see that each color has their own meaning. Do you understand? So you might want to know the meaning of colors before you start getting into them. Do you understand? That's why, you know, when it's Valentine's Day, you're not seeing blue, you're not seeing green, you are not seeing indigo, you are not seeing brown, you are seeing red. Do you understand? And that's why you get all these error state and all of that. They don't use green for error state, they don't use pink for error state, they have their colors. Do you understand? So you might want to check out this. Colors have meanings to them. Do you understand? So you might want to know what a particular color is before like going to it, before choosing it. So that's it. Let me go on to the next question. Can we come up with any body text and alerts? Can you come up with any body text and alerts? Okay, so depends on your, let me go to this. So depend on what you are designing for. Do you understand? Mobile has their own body text, web has their own body text. Do you understand? So you have to choose your body text, and your alerts they are talking about, you want to use caption size for alerts. Do you understand? And the alert I'm talking about those error states. I don't know if that is your alert. The alert you are talking about, you might want to use your caption size for your alerts. And also, what I used to do when I'm designing it, especially when I just started designing, is that I go to any websites. Do you understand? I try out things there, then I copy the design and bring it to my board and replicate something like that. I don't mean I'm copying all their design and putting down there. I just want to see the kind of font size they use, and I want to see how their border, especially when I really don't know how to use border, then I really want to see how their border is and all their shadow, I mean, how their shadow is and all of that. So you might want to do all of that. And there's this there's this extension that you should have to pick out things from a site. Let me go for any sites. Sorry, I'm coming. I want to just go to any site. Okay, let me go to YouTube. This is the extension I'm talking about. This is it here. It's what fonts. When you click on it and you click on any text that you need the fonts or anything related to typography about, you just click it and it will give you the information on it. You can see this podcast. Well, most of the time they are accurate. I mean, I don't know if if YouTube will be using Roboto as a font. So you'd want to do this. Do you understand? You can see the size that they use. You can see this is regular. You can see the line height. You can see the color. Do you understand? So you guys might want to install this. You guys might want to install this extension. You can also try it for other side. Let's go to another site. Let's just go to Lapa and pick the first site here. I'll pick. Let's try it here. Wow, sorry, let me go back. Sorry, let me go back. Okay, let's try this site. Okay, the name of the extension is, sorry, what font? What font? So you click on the font, you click on the extension. Can you see that it's active here? You can see. So you come here, you can see the name of the font that was used here. Click on it, and it will give you the name, the family. Look at the family. It will give you the style. It will give you the size, the height, and everything. So that's what the font is all about. In case if you come across any sites, do you understand, and you want to find out what was used there, you want to do something like that, do you understand? Because practice make perfect. Do you get? Just click on it. You can see this is 18 that was used there and all of that. Line height. You can see that this color is not really correct. This is pure black, and you can see that this is not actually pure black. Can you see? It is not pure black, so something is wrong. So you might want to take note of all of that. So I would advise you, please install this extension so you can make use of it. Let me go on to the next question. Okay, when creating style guides, do we create with a particular design in mind? Yes, obviously. I mean, imagine if I want to redesign WhatsApp. Do you understand? Imagine if I want to design WhatsApp, there's no way I would put um a fintech app in mind, or a fintech or an edtech app in mind. Do you understand? WhatsApp is social media, so whatever style guide I'm using is going to be targeted to that. Do you get? It's going to be targeted to that. So that is it. So make sure that your style guide is targeted to the particular design or particular products you are designing, not for something else. You get? Because when you start using a style guide that is meant for WhatsApp, you start using it on another or on Twitter, you start seeing that your Twitter app or your Twitter design is now looking like that of WhatsApp. Do you understand? Because you've taken the design element, the language and everything into Twitter, and it's no longer Twitter anymore, but WhatsApp. Some people are asking, some people are asking how to install the extension, I guess so. So to install the extension, just go to Google, Google extension. Do you understand? Click on this, the web store, and just search for what font. This is not it. This is not it. I mean, look at the logo. So in case you are looking for it, it has to come with this logo. What font? So I get the name. What font is together? I mean, it's together. There's no space. I have to go back and do it again. So this is it. Do you understand? Just go and add it. So I'll be moving on to the next question, please. Please ask your question in the form. I'll be taking questions from there. So somebody is asking, what does input field means? What does input fields mean? So this is an input field. An input field is that design element that allows your user to like type something. Do you understand that? Allow your user to like input something in it, to type something basically. They have different type of input fields. Do you understand? This is one of them. I get to search for something, I get to type out something. It might be to search. I mean, search is part of them and all of that. But let's look for it. Input fields. Okay, let's just go to the image to see more. Can you see? You remember this phone number stuff you get? This is an input field. Look at where and how you use an input field. Do you understand? Mostly in forms, so they have different types. You can see how the anatomy is. Let me bring this one outside so that I can explain it on Figma. So this is what an input field is basically. Do you understand? This is the label. The label means, I mean, the title of it. You might want to put, if it's like first name, you might want to put first name here. This is the placeholder, basically a dummy text that some people use it to explain to users what to input there. Do you understand? So you might want to, let's quickly do one. Okay, label. Come down. Okay. This should be putting placeholder here. Some people put icon, it depends. Supporting icon here. The way Google placeholder, the way Google input field is different from the way Dribble would do that. Like you get, like I said, you don't copy one design or one person's style guide and use on your own. Do you understand? Because once you start doing that, your product is going to look like the one you copied from. So yeah, that's it. Let's just say these are icon. Right. You have another icon here. So this is what input field is all about. Left. This one, we move it to the right. So let me teach you guys something that you should know quickly. How to design, I mean how to work with frames, just basically how to design elements that is responsive. So I will be doing this from scratch, but let me tell you what I want to achieve here. So that I will tell you how to do it. So this is what I want to achieve. You get? This is what I want to achieve here. I mean, you guys would need this. Do you understand? What this is called responsiveness. You might have, I'm sure you might have an input field that you need it like this, an input field that you need like this. Look at Figma's own. You can see that Figma own is short. You can see how Figma input field is. This here is what Figma, what is known as placeholder. Do you understand? Figma input field does not have label. That's the name up here. Does not have. This can be like first name. Oh, sorry. This can be like first name. Then this one might be like let's say enter first name. Do you understand? So something like this. This is what they call label. You can see it here. This is what they call label. This is a placeholder text that tells your user what to do. Do you understand? And people call this as helper text. I call it as subtext. I'm sure you know what this is. Do you understand? But now let's see this. You can see on Figma own, there is no label up here. There's just an icon, that's this one that is here, and there is a placeholder that is here. Do you understand? Those who have icons here too that you can filter from. Let's say what you are searching for, you can, maybe it's a name of a shape, an image, a component, an instance, or something like that. So you can basically filter your search. Do you get? But for you to do this, it's easy, it's quite easy, but it takes some certain tricks. Do you understand? And why this is important is this. Let me show you where it is done. You can see this, right? You can see Google's input field. You can see how long it is. Do you understand? And you might go to another another Google's products, and you might see that their input is not as long as this. Basically, what they do is the same thing as it's being short like this. They just extend it. When you extend it like this, that does not mean that you spoil the sorry, that does not mean that you spoiled your style guide. Imagine if you make this one components like this. Do you understand? And you want to use it in a form. Let's quickly create a form. Go back. Do you understand? So imagine if this is a form. I mean, this is what you did, but you want it to be small like this. what some people, I mean, then, do you understand, when this was not out, we basically like make it longer. And some people to date, they'll create one that is long and they'll create one that is short. You don't basically have to do that. Do you understand? What you basically do is just to make sure it is responsive. And this is what I mean by responsive. That it can, I mean, it can be lengthy and you can make it short and all of that. This should be able to be responsive. When you drag it, you should be able to drag, because there are some times that you want your input field to be long and well, it has to be. Do you get? So that is what responsiveness is. So I'll be teaching you guys how to do this. Do you understand? I want somebody to, I mean, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understand what responsiveness means? Hello? All right. All right, thanks. So let me continue then. So let me now teach you guys how to do this. This is an instance. Sorry, let me go back. This is an instance. You can see how the icon is there. It's different from how this icon is. You get? So let me teach you how to do this. You can also do this for your card. I mean, it's not just for input field. You can do it on your card. When I'm talking about card, I'm talking about this, like, oh gosh, let me show you. This, like this, is a card. Do you understand? That is repeated. Let me see. Look at it like this. This, like this, is the card. All this, they are like this. It's just that they made one longer, they made one small. I mean, the landscape is big and all of that. Do you get? They are basically the same thing. They just replicated each of them. Do you understand? So that is it. This is a card. So let's even work on this card. Let's say our style guide need a card like that. So let's work on it. I've done an input field. Let's work on this. So if you can see from the top here, there is an image. I just call it media. So we'll just use this rectangle to do an image. Sorry, let me move this down. So the next one is there's a title and there's a subtext. So let's work on it. Title, sorry, title here. Is the title okay? So title here. Now let's use what is it? Hold on, sorry. Subtext. Subtext here. So let's use our fonts, our extensions, sorry. Some people are asking how to install the extension. So let me go and uninstall it and install it again so we can do it together. Remove from Chrome. Yeah. So you can see it is gone. So let's do it again. Please, I hope everybody has seen this and you don't have to ask again. We'll just go to Google extension. You see? Google extension. Click on the first one. When I mean first one, I mean Chrome web extension. Then I search for what fonts together. There's no space. Then search for it. So this is here. Am I too fast? Should I slow down? All right. I'm sorry. I would slow down. I'll slow down. Okay. So like I said, you search for word fonts. Then the word font, you don't put space. Then the first this is the result. The first result is what we are going to use. So you click on it and you click on add to Chrome. Remember I told you this is on Chrome. Do you understand? I'm using Chrome. I'm not using any other browser. I'm using Chrome. So you click on add to Chrome. It brings up this notification. What to know about it? It can read and change all your data on all websites. I click on add extension. You can see the notification. It has been added to Chrome. And this is it. I have quite a lot. So that's why I see it at the bottom. So this is it here. They say reload tab to enable. I hope this screen doesn't close, sir. Am I using this screen? Let me reload. You want me to reload this tab? Let me see. Okay, they still want me to reload tab, but anyways, when you are, if you reload your tab, you see that it waits. I think I just have to reload. Anyways, let's go. And it's open. Okay. Sorry. So this is what you're going to be using. This is it. You want me to reload on my tab? But anyways, I'm sure you guys know how it works. When you reload your tab, you click on the font. Like you click on the font, you click on the extension. Yeah, do you understand? When you click on the extension, you can now point it to it. But sorry, I can't. Oh gosh, I just have to quit Chrome. All the Chrome, close, open Chrome. Open Chrome. Okay. Good. Yeah. You guys have to buy me something. Am I too fast again? So I really don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is not coming up. Manage extension. I don't know why this is not working though. I don't know why I've closed my. Let me remove and put it again. Gosh, we have things. We have questions to take. I don't know why this is not. I can't close this thing anymore. I don't know why it's not going. Overview. I really don't know why it's not working. But I already showed you how it's working, right? So I don't want to like go back to it. Let's just continue with our responsiveness stuff that we are doing. Okay. So let's just continue. You guys already saw, I mean, we are trying to recreate this card. I was saying this is a card. We are trying to replicate it. So I drew a rectangle here. You can see that this is a rectangle. Let's just go to Chrome and search for something. What are you searching for? Extension. Then go to an image. I was explaining that this is a card that was duplicated. I mean, all of them are one component. They are same components that are duplicated. Do you understand? So we are trying to recreate one of this card, just one. And this is the screenshot I got. Do you understand? So this image here you are seeing, we use this rectangle and the text above it, underneath it, sorry, this is the title and the subtext. The subtext has the link. So we'll go for it. I was supposed to use my, okay, now it's working. Yay. So now I can use my word font to check. It's giving me Roboto. I don't think so though. So you can see, let's check on one. It's giving me size 12. Let's check the other one. It's giving me size 11. So this is size 12, this is size 11. Then work with it. 12 and 11. The 12 is, let's see. Bring this here, sorry. The 12 is, let me see this thing. Okay, normal. Line weight is 500. Line height 20. We'll just use it. Line height 20. This line I know too much. This line height is too much. Sorry. So I'm going to alight the two of them, and I'm going to make it frame the two of them up. It's now on frame. Remember what we are trying to do is this. We want it to be responsive like this, right? And for it to be responsive like this, it means that you can see these ones here, they are the left. They are not moving. It's this one that are the right that would move to this side, that will follow me when I'm moving. Do you understand? So it means that this and this, they are left. Look at it here. They are left and they are top. I'll explain what this top is to you. But let's just do left. So they are left. This one, they are left too. Good. So let me show you what the top and bottom does. I mean, this one here. You can see top and bottom. There's top, there's bottom. So this top, it means that it works best for when you have a text up here, so that when you are moving it around, can you see that this thing just stays there? Can you see that the text just stays there like that? It does not move. Do you understand? So when you are up there, it does not move. Then when you use bottom at this place, you can see this line up and down. This one is left and right. Look at the line here. This is what you are following. So don't go and click. Okay, there's not even bottom there, says. So it is scale, center, left and right, right and left. Do you understand? So when you are at this place, you can now use bottom or you can use top. This bottom means when I'm dragging all of them. Wait, let me make this one. I'm coming. Hold on. I'll explain something to you. Let's just keep on. Let's make this one top. This bottom. Let's make it top. Let's make this one too. This top. Let's make it top. I'm still left. Now this one, you know that back to our card now. I mean, what we want of this card. We want that when we drag it to this place, it goes. Remember, we look at this one now. You can see that this one is wider compared to this one. They are both the same thing, but this one is wider compared to this one. Do you understand? So that means you are going to make this rectangle here. You are going to make it left and right. Now, what does that mean? It means when you drag it to the right, it moves. When you take it to the left, it moves. Do you understand? Let's see. Look at what I'm trying to tell you here. When you drag it to the right, it moves. When you take it to the left, it moves. This is because this is, I mean, the rectangle. You can see the rectangle here, right? The rectangle is left and right. Do you understand? So that when you drag it to the right, it's following you. And when you take it to the left, it's following you. Do you understand? So we are going to make this rectangle left and right. But before we make it, now you can see that I'm clicking. I'm not seeing all those left and right, right? I'm not seeing anything. It's because I've not made it frame. I've not framed it. If you've not framed it, it won't work. Do you understand? If you do not put it in frame, it won't work. It worked here because you can see it is in frame. Let's duplicate this and put it here and remove the frame. Let's see. Can you see the left and right? Can you see? It's not working. I mean, it's not here. Can you see? There's no left and right. But when you framed it, you click on it, you can see now the constraint is there. Good. Constraint is for responsiveness. So let's continue. That means we have to, I mean, we are not using this title up here. We've gotten our image, this is it here. We've gotten the heading text, this is it here. We've gotten the sub, this is it here. But let's make this, you can see from here that this heading text is a bit bold, like a bit. You don't need to take it to bold. Can you see it's too much? And you don't need to take it to like black. You don't need that one. So you can just take it to medium. Sorry. You can just take it to medium and you can just take it to, can leave this one at light or regular. So this is it. We've worked on just this one. We've made this one responsive. Can you see that it's following? I mean, it's just left. Do you understand? Can you see? It's just left, meaning that we only put left here. But now, how about the one that when the title is long and it's up to here? You know those blocks now, that the title will be so long and it's going to reach this place, right? Look at what I'm talking about, this one. When the titles are so long. So for it to do that, let's just give a dummy text. I mean, I'm just going to write something dummy. I just want it to be long. That's it. Nothing serious. You don't understand. So let's just do, sorry. Okay. Move this, move this, move this, move this. Okay. That means you are going to make this heading. You can see this heading now. It is left and right, right? Sorry, it is just left, but we have to make it left and right. And make this one to left and right. I will show you why. Wait, let's cut this one and just leave it there. Can you see still left and right at the top, left and right at the top? What this basically means is that, can you see this? Wait, hold on with this, hold on. So you have to adjust this a bit. Okay. This one is not long, that's why it's breaking. Let's just make it left. So when you scale it like this, remember what we are doing is responsiveness. When you start scaling it like that, it's going to make the text break. Do you understand? So we need something like that. But we have, this space is too much. It's going to be 8 or 4. Good. So we are done with this frame. Now let's move on to this one. Let's make this one responsive. Do you understand? You can see that we just click on the rectangle and there's no constraints here. The left and right stuff is not here. For it to appear, we have to frame it. Do you understand? So let's click on this and highlight these two and frame it. Now that it's framed, we can now make a rectangle responsive, left and right. Do you understand? So, sorry. Can you see now? I'll move this one. Still have to make this one left and right. Just put it to the position you want it to go with. Can you see? So this is what we need. Do you understand? So this is sorry, this is for the responsiveness. So we've done this card. Do you understand? And imagine we making the components and putting it in our work. Let's just put something. Then you can see duplicating it to where we want it to be and all of that. You can see. Imagine if you not do this one, there's no components down. We are just doing our card one by one. Everything is going to be too much. You get. So that is it. I'll be moving on to the next question, please. I just decided to show you guys how responsiveness stuff is and how you can work with it. I mean, how you can build one for yourself. Just take note that for it to be responsive, for you to see the constraints, you have to make sure your elements are in a frame. If not, it would not show. Oh, for duplicating, sorry. For duplicating, just click on it and do Ctrl D. Then you move it to wherever I want to do it. Do Ctrl D, you move it. Ctrl D, so that's it. Command D, Ctrl D. Please, you guys, can you just ask Google about how to duplicate stuff? I'll be going to the next one. Okay, button system. Somebody said how to use auto layout or what's this for? Okay. Auto layout helps you keep your elements in shapes. Do you understand? So instead of using this responsiveness that we use, we might want to also use auto layout. Let me just take you guys on how to use auto layout. Auto layout is also for responsiveness, but the thing is that there are some things that there are some responsiveness that auto layout would not work for. Do you understand? So that's why for anything about responsiveness, you just have to use your frame constraints. So let's break this out and create an auto layout with it. Still the same thing. You click this. You click Shift A. That's for auto layouts. Can you see auto layouts added? You align this and align this. Still the same way of what I did. You get for frame and auto layouts. You know. Hello, can you guys hear me? All right. I am so sorry. You guys already know what happened. So yeah, like I said, for constraints, instead of making it left and right, you get here. On auto layouts, you make it field container. Field containers works the same way. Let me bring it here. So field container works the same way left and right would work. Do you understand? And also on all containers. So you can see, for this not to work, it means I've not made each of them fill container. So let's make this fill container. You can see what happened. Let's make this fill container. Then, can you see? So this is what, this is how it does for auto layouts. But the downside is that there are some things that you would want to do that auto layout will not give you access to. So let's bring this icon here, and we are going to put it by the side there. You remember there are some cards that maybe icon is there or icon is there, but this time around, we are going to put the icon at this place here. For us to do that, can we see we are in this auto layout here? Basically, we want to create another auto layout that contains this icon. And for us to do that, we have to group this one again. I mean, make it auto layout. Can you see? To make this one fill container. After you've made it auto layout, you still have to make it fill container. Then you come here and add your icon. So this is the icon here. But we don't want it to be like this. We want it to go to this place. Do you understand? Horizontally. So we'd have to click it. But you see that it's outside, right? Because we've still not made it. We've still not adjusted it. We'll click on this. That's this content here. We click on it. This is our icon, remember? Let's just name it. Let's make it text. So we click on this, our text. Then we'll make it fill container to make this come inside. This is still fill container. Our rectangle is still fill container. Copy here is still fill container. That means you are ready to go. Can you see now? So this is it. Okay. So I'll be moving on to the next question. Somebody is asking, does that mean that the style guide we are working on must go along with the project? Yes. Yes, sure. Okay, so let me give you guys an hint. For this your style guide task, I would advise you have a project in mind. Do not like create it like blindly. Do you understand? Do not create it as, just have a product in mind. Do you understand? You are not just, in as much as you are learning, you are going to use this style guide to create a project, maybe in stage, maybe 4 or stage 5. Do you understand? So please, guys, the style guide you are creating now, whatever color you are using now, whatever card component like this that you are using now, whatever input field you are using now, you are going to use it for a project. Do you understand? I mean, I don't know if any mentor has told you this, but now that you guys are just starting the week, please take note of that. You are going to be using this style guide that you are using, that you are creating yourself now. You are going to use it for another product. So please take note that whatever it is you are creating to be used for another product. So yeah, that's one. Okay, somebody is asking, my tint and shade doesn't generate shades for gray. What am I doing wrong? So let's use the tint and shade. Let me check if I have it first of all. Let me check if I have the tint. Okay, I have the tint and shade. So this is how tint and shades work. Remember, they told you that you use 3 different types of colors. Let's just use Which brand should we take? Which brand? Which brand? Don't worry, I'll just come with random colors. Color 1, sorry. Color 2, color 3. Color 1, mini, 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 more. I don't want to use this. Let me use purple. So color 2, no. Let's go to Lapa Nigeria and get one of these colors. I'm going to get, let's just use this. I'm just basically picking a random side so that we can generate the colors together. Because somebody is asking, or somebody is saying that she's trying to use tint and shade, but it's not working. So let's just fix that up. Okay. So like this is the primary color, yeah. I'm using, sorry, I'm not screenshotting. I'm using a color here, a color picker extension too. So you might want to go to, I mean, I can't do that now, it's taking enough time. So you might want to go to Google extension and get an extension for it. So I'm picking this color. Okay, picked. I've picked the color, I've pasted here. So this is the color. Let me look for another color. Let me just pick this color. This yellow color. Good. Picked. Then let's look for a gray color. We are going to pick the text soon. I mean text color here, typographic color. Pick this. Picked. Now we are going to use our tint and shade. I'm going to right click, go to the plugin, tint and shade. I've clicked on the plugin, so let's wait and see. Okay, generate color. Now, this is it. So you are going to generate color for this too. Go to plugin, go to tint and shade, generate color. Good. Come here to generate color. Good. Okay. What color did I use for the, yeah, for picking the color, right? It's color picker. Just go to this extension, search for color picker and use. I really don't want to go through that now, but it is color picker. You can see. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Okay, this is Colorzilla. I have quite a lot. This color picker. No, this screenshots. I can see I have a lot. So yeah, Colorzilla. The name is Colorzilla. So let's go back. Now this is it. Do you understand? These are your colors. But I know there are some times that I mean you're asked to stick strictly to these colors, right? But then you can't make your background color this color, right? Since like, oh, mentor Uduak said whatever color you pick, you have to stick to it. I mean your background color cannot be this, do you understand? It's going to be darker. So what I personally do is that I pick, let me move this. I pick one of this color. Let me just pick this. I pick one of this color out. I'm going to run a tint and shade again on this. Why am I doing this? Is because I want to generate a lighter color. I don't want, I mean, this color is too, where is it again? This color is too deep for my background. Do you understand? I know now, like, who did I key, right? It's too deep. So I would click on it again. I would go to the plugin and I'll run tint and shade again on this color. So what I would do is I'll generate it. Now this is it. I can still do this. Remember I picked this color from the top here, right? Not even let's check. This is 9.2. Let's look for 9.2. So this is 9.2. This 1, 2, 3. The third one is 9.2. 1, 2, 3. So I'll move this one. Here's 9.2. Yeah. I'll move this one, bring it in, you out. So you can see this is it. So I can just use this one as my background. And let's see if it's too dark again. E9. E9. Okay. Just in case if it's too dark, do you understand? I would change the color again. Like I told you, I already showed you how to change the color. So I'll just change the color rather. I want to just group this, make it auto layout, group this. So yeah, these are my colors. Remove this one, no need for this. So these are my colors, do you understand? So that is it. So let's check out this color here. It's looking deep kinda, right? Let me see run tint and shade again. Okay, so this is the lightest color. E9. Oh, did not give me what I want, sorry. Okay, so this is it. FB sounds good. Good. So I can now start designing again. I already have my color. Add this to the list of what you have here. So this is it. Somebody said, please, I tried browsing in order to install the tint and shade. I didn't see the option for it. Okay. Let's go to community and search for tint and shade. Look at it here now. Someone said it not it. So look at it here, guys. I'll be going to the next question. This will be rounding up, by the way. How many types of button should we have in a button system? Now let's go to examples. I'll be using other sites, for example, so that you can see. This is 1, this is 2, and so this is it. 3 types of button. Do you understand? 1 your primary, 1 your secondary, 1 your tertiary button. So that's it. You have, let me quickly do this. Button, make this 16. Okay, layout. I mean, guys, we want to go back and create a button. I just want to create different type of buttons. So I'll be a bit fast for those who are trying to follow. I just want to show you guys the 3 type of button and where you can use them. I'm going to pick from my color, primary color, yeah. FF. Please don't use FF. Let me know even. This example might be set for you guys. So I have 1 secondary button. I'm going to use outline for secondary button. Then this is going to be maybe regular. Tertiary button is just text only. I'm sure you've come across those buttons that they are text. Do you understand? Text links and all of that. These are, I mean, you get this from there. Do you understand? So these are the technical buttons that you want, that you have to use. This is the most important button because you can see how bold and all it is. You get the colors are filled. It easily gets users' attention and all of that. Imagine you don't know colors and you want to use red. Good. And you're using red for login or sign up. People will be like, what's going on? You get. So that's why you need to know your colors. Which is better? Designing frame or auto layout? Well, it depends. Just need to know when to use one. Do not use auto layout like too much. Do you understand? You just need to know when to use one. You don't use auto layout all the time, but you can start with auto layout. How to convert the buttons into star guide? Do you know what? Drop your question. I don't know. I'm taking questions from YouTube. Drop your questions on the form. Next question in the form is when do we use frames and group? Frames give you responsiveness, group does not give you responsiveness. Let me show you how. When do we use frames and group? You get, we've done this, I've shown you, I mean, this is auto layouts. This is the one for, sorry. This is the one for responsiveness, right? This one for, I say responsiveness. This is the one for frame. This is one for frame. You can see frame. Then let us do group. This is auto layout. This is frame. Let's do group. I'm going to detach everything. This is frame. I'm going to detach it. I won't make it frame. This is frame, right? I'm going to detach it. I won't make it frame. So now let's use group. Can you see everything in a group? Now let us get, no, I've done this stuff already. That's why it's working. Good. Side to, yeah. Sub, zoom, text here. I'm grouping them. I need to make this bigger. I mean, I need to add copy to that. Okay. I'm not making it auto layout. That was a mistake. You are just going to group everything like the question says. Oh, sorry, gosh. Keep on using auto layout. This is group. You can see this is group. We are clicking here again. This is group. Okay. They still work, right? They still work. But I'm very sure that there are some that will not be responsive. So what I would advise you to do is grouping and auto layout. For responsiveness, use auto layout. Auto layout will really give you what you want. Let's try this. Icon by the right? Let's move it here. Oh, sorry, I made it auto layout. I keep on doing auto layout. So yeah. Can you see? Can you see this? The more I'm increasing it, sorry, the more the shape is becoming bigger. Can you see? When I decrease it, it is becoming smaller. Can you see why I would not recommend group? Grouping will not give you that responsiveness that you need, perfect work. So no. Can you see? And I'm increasing it, sorry. Let me take it out. Let me just even color it so that you can see it from far. And I'm increasing it. Can you see? The more I increase it, the more the card gets longer, the icon gets longer. But when it's group frame, you get, this is frame. But when it's frame, sorry, let's just make this equal so that you can see. This is group, this is frame. Can you see? So let's see what happens. Can you see that the icon on the group is stretching, is overstretching, which is not so good. So I would advise you to just stick with auto layout when it comes to responsiveness. Another one is sorry. Okay. Week 3 assignment is currently what I'm explaining. Let me even go to the week 3 assignment. I think I wrote it down somewhere. Okay. Sorry. On the week 3 assignments, number 1 is pick a color, then generate styles from tint and shade of that. I've done that. Okay, I've not done typography skills. Iconography. Find an icon pack from the Figma community. Duplicate and copy it into your Figma file. I'm sure you guys already know how to how to use Figma community. If you don't know how to use Figma community, I would advise you to please check it out yourself. Spacing system, create a spacing standard. Is there any question on that? Grid system, create a grid system for desktop, tablets, and mobile screen. So for this grid system, the questions that people do ask is that, when you submit your grids, it doesn't work. Do you understand? Let me show you an example. I'm going to create a dummy grid. Please, this is a dummy. This is not an actual grid, just a dummy. Do you understand? Sorry. Okay. It's margin. Let's give 108. Now, when you submit this like this, let's say this is your grid system. When you submit this, we might not see it. Do you understand? We will not see it because our grids are on. I mean, the grids here are on. But when I off it, can you see? It goes off. So sometimes when you submit your Figma file and you did grids, when I check for it, I would not see it. Do you understand? And that might make me get 0. I mean, make me give you 0 just because I did not see it. I mean, which is a flaw from my end. Do you understand? I want to bring it back. I do Shift G again. So for you to do that, you can just simply, can you see? Do a rectangle on it. You can just do a rectangle on it and get like that, so that we are going to see. So that when you submit this, even though, because some people submit prototype, even though we do not tell you to submit prototype, again, some people want to submit prototype link. So that when you submit prototype link, we get to see it. But when you don't put, can you see? When you don't put the shapes and you just submit it like that, can you see that I'm not seeing any grid? You get, I can't see any grid. So yeah, mission, take notes. When you are working with grids, you don't put shape. This is just so that we would see it. Do you understand? This is so that we would see it. How do we generate typography? I already said I want to be answering questions from YouTube. I think collection of star guide. I work on that one. My tax for week 2 hasn't been graded. I explained that earlier on. Okay, I need a broad explanation on components and component properties. This is the last one I'll be taking for for this session. We have another session by, I think, 2 p.m. or so. So my colleague there will be taking that. So for the components, let's take a look at this. So when you're working on components that are similar, do you understand? No, please. So when you're working on components that are similar, you make use of variants. So let's start creating a component first. I mean, I'm done with this, you can see that it's responsive, but I'm done with this. I click on make a component. I rename my frame to button so I can easily find it. Do you understand? And I want to add these ones. What you do is you click on this plus icon, add variants. So variants allows you to have like more of like multiple components, similar components inside one. Instead of you to have button here, you come here again, sorry, and you create another button component. And that's how you're going to create button component like that and like that and like that. Do you understand? When somebody's saying you don't put shapes. Faith, please can you repeat your question? You are saying my last statement is contradicting. Please let me know what's confusing. So instead of you to creating components, similar components separately, what I basically do is create one component. Do you understand? Click on this plus icon here, add variants. When you add variants to it, you can see that both of them are the same. You just have to like work on it inside. So this is my primary button. I'm coming to this place. I'm making like defaults or primary. Let me just use defaults. Then coming here, I don't want the fill, right? I want to make it stroke. I'm going to come here. I mean, I'm going to just redesign them basically. Do you understand? So that's how you work with components and variants. And you keep on going like that and like that and like that. Do you get? So that's how you work component. But now I've created my component of button sets. Let me remove this. So I've created my component of button set. I want to use it on my design. Let's say I want to take this. I want to add it to where is it? I want to add it to this place here. Do you understand? I want to give it a button at the bottom. Okay. I'm going to take my components, copy it. Sorry, I've not properly named them. Somebody is saying something. I'm coming. Okay, let's go on. Okay. Name this star. Oh, let me do button state. So I'm going to come here. Either I go copy my component. I mean, you might want to have your components in page 2 and you are down in page 1. For you to just easily locate your components, you come to the search, you search for button. Sorry. That's giving me, but that's not what I want. I don't want to. Where is it? Sorry. This is it, by the way. Let's remove this. This is what I'm using here. Go back. This is what I'm using here. So this is it here. I come to assets here, you get. I search for button. So they've given me the button. I'll just drag and drop. Then I go back to my layer and do my arrangements. You can see because this is frame. This is not auto layer. If it's auto layer, it will like clip it immediately. So I'm going to click on my button. This is one I want to select here. I'm just going to make it smaller, bring it inside this. This is my button, right? I'm going to bring it inside this place, yeah. And I'm going to resize this component. Take it here, go down. Give it a bit small space. So now that it's done, you can see now. You get, I've added this is the main component, right? I've added my button component into this. But there's another thing people try doing, which is this is no longer the main component. This is an instance. An instance is more of like a baby component. It's like a duplicate of the main components. I cannot make edits to this. Now, when I'm talking about edits, I'm talking about bringing components again into this. If you want to do that, that means you have to go do it at the main component. I would like to stop here for another mentor to like take over in the next session from where I stopped. Don't worry, your questions are going to be answered in the next one. I was just going through the questions that they asked in the form, one after the other. So if you feel I've not gone through your question, you might want to attend the next session so that they can like take it over from where I stopped. All right. So that will be the end of today. Thank you all for attending. And I guess I'll be seeing you guys in that time.